Hello everybody, this is Dale. I just got a couple of things I'd like to share for this week. Today is Sunday, May 17th, 2020. It's a rainy day in Chicagoland, but would like to go over a couple of items that, we should all just be on the same page with. Membership, as of Friday, which was May 15th, the 9th District are 90.95%. So, that, well done. We're almost 9% down from 100%, but we're headed in the right direction. We got 2 more weeks. Let's just finish May strong at 100% across the board. Now, we fall into about mid-place in the division. The number 1 is the 8th District, and then we go down to the 7th and then the 3rd. And there's a spread of about 4 percentage points. So as of Friday, the 8th District was at 94.08, and then we're at 90.95. Now, there's a few other districts that are behind us, but I'm not a big fan of competition as much as I am of cooperation. So however we could build our district amongst our posts, and likewise amongst our brother and sister districts to empower the division, it means a lot. And so let's just keep up the good work, and we'll just hit it hard. I get communication from our department senior vice commander, Wayne Fisher, weekly, and he breaks it down in a lot more detail. But I would suggest, I don't know, the big thing with us is, we do events, and the events we haven't been able to do, so I get it. The thing is what I would suggest is go back to your your Christmas card list, or your wedding list. Get folks that you would not normally think of, but maybe it'll remind you of someone who you could ask if they are a veteran or if they're related to a veteran. And so we just got to work the telephones and do that. So now that said, we are asked, and this is very important as well, to get our post-consolidation reports in. And the post-consolidation reports are, it's a report that has a bunch of activities that are listed there, and you just check off a box, or you put in a number of how many times you've done that particular event or function, etc. What matters with this is, and this is where the rubber meets the road, is that those reports are that data is consolidated into a report that eventually goes up to the Congress of the United States, and it shows what we do as an organization. So that said, and this is something that I'm when we were first starting to do YouTube videos and recordings and that, I looked online there, and I looked at YouTube, and National Commander Oxford, he's got it's about a 12 or 13 minute video of him addressing Congress, and I thought I think he does a great job. He's a good speaker. He's very direct. He was very professional, very much acting Legion. And so if you have a moment, if you could bring that up, just put down there Commander Oxford addresses Congress or something like, put his name in there. It'll pop up, and you'll see it, and watch that. So if you'd please do that. Also, I want to just bring up a couple of things that some of our posts didn't get the memo on. And the first of is that it's all officers were suggesting, based on what national and department has done, and district, the 9th District, all the officers are going to stay in place. So however your post wants to handle that, do that according to your personal bylaws. And because I know that there was at least one post that brought it up to me that they didn't get that message. And so I spoke with the senior vice commander at that post over the phone, and then there was a request that I communicate that to his officers, and I'm doing that now, and then I'll email this memo to them directly as well. Also, whatever events we can attend, we'll do that. I talked to one of our past 9th District commanders recently, and I've talked to a couple of other colleagues of ours, comrades, about how events are being handled. And folks are kind of playing it close to the vest. If they're going to go out and do things, it's in a couple of situations it's going to be a very small detail, and that detail will be videotaped, or whatever you call it today. It'll be recorded electronically, so that way it can be shared via social media. And be that as it may, whatever it is, that's all we can do, and that's fine. But we definitely want to finish the month strong. We definitely want to keep our presence known in the community. And I think probably I'm going to segue into this right here. I'm going to read this. I'm going to read it because I wrote this as the commander's article for the May 9th District newsletter. But I'm going to read this. I had talked to, again, I spoke with we try to have good communication, and I respect you all, and I want to hear from you all. And I asked what was something that was pressing on me for many, many months. And so I after talking to a few folks, I just wrote a letter. And now this letter is going to be my article for the May 2020 9th District newsletter. So please bear with me. It's not that long. And I wrote it, here, Dear American Legionnaires. I don't think that'll be in the newsletter, though. But for months now, and especially as we near Memorial Day, it has been on my mind to bring up a matter that the 9th District feels passionately about, the Illinois Veterans Home, Chicago. You will recall that the last verse of the poem, We Remember Them, reads, As long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us, as we remember them. In that spirit, we remember ours who have passed while serving our country. Their sacrifice underscores the standard by which we Americans treat our veterans, in that some gave all. Well, for what seems like an eternity, the Illinois Veterans Home Chicago stands in the midst of the 9th District vacant. The last estimated date of completion is long past. First commissioned over a decade ago, the home has woefully been delayed to the point of nausea. 14 months ago, in March 2019, a ceremony was held to celebrate a final portion of the structure being set in place. Pictures were taken, speeches were made, application guidelines published, but still no home. So I must say that it is our responsibility to ask the question again, when will the home open? Not why it hasn't. In this instance, I am reminded of a manager I once worked with who would sometimes say, hey, I don't want to hear about the labor pains. I want to see the baby. Yes, we want to see this long overdue baby too. It is my hope that we will see the Illinois Veterans Home Chicago up and running soon. Also, on a positive note, I recently spoke with the Natick Press, who has published articles on the project over the years, and they are preparing a follow-up article on the home that will be forthcoming. Lastly, on this Memorial Day and always, we veterans understand that we had the privilege of coming home to our families and friends, to work, school, retirement, and so much more. We show our gratitude by continuing to serve, by honoring those that gave their lives for us, and by leading in the community as best we can to show that we will not forget. We remember them. For God and country, respectfully, Dale Tippett, Commander, 9th District, Department of Illinois, the American Legion. Thank you all. Talk to you soon.